Hello everyone, this is Ashmita from Civil Center, and in today's video we will move to the Excel sheet of the estimation. In the previous video we have discussed about structural drawing and the architectural plan of the G plus 1 building. So let's move into the estimation part. So friends, in that video we have already discussed the architectural plan. So let's move into the structural drawing. Before starting the estimate, let's see once again the structural drawing. So friends, as we have discussed in our previous video, this is the structural drawing of that G plus 1 building estimation. So this is the foundation layout and this is the plinth beam layout. Here you can see the plinth beam has different name according to the reinforcement. This is the roof beam. This is the column and roof beam layout. This is the section of foundation. Here you can see this is the pile foundation and this is the 2 pile cap and this is our 3 pile cap. Here you can see this is the longitudinal section of the plinth beam and this is the longitudinal section of roof beam and this is the cross section of this beam, plinth beam, and this is the cross section of that roof beam. Here is the slab reinforcement. Here you can see this is the longitudinal section of the slab, roof slab. So here are the schedule of plinth beam. You can see this is the sizes of plinth beam. There are 3 sizes, PB1, PB2, PB3. These are the reinforcement that are provided in the PB1, PB2 and PB3. Next is, this is the table of column reinforcement and here you can see these are the column sizes. There are 5 types of column in this drawing and these are the reinforcement that we have provided for the column. This is the schedule of footing. You can see these are the sizes of footings and depth of the footing. These are the reinforcement that we will study later on. This is a table of roof beam. You can see there are 4 types of roof beam. This is the combined beam. You can see this is the roof beam. You can see the sizes of roof beam and here these are the 4 types of roof beam. These are the reinforcement that we have provided in the roof beam and the node. First of all, before starting any estimate, you should see the structural drawing first and after going through the structural drawing, first see what are the nodes that are written because this is very important before starting any estimate. Okay, so let's go to the Excel sheet. So this is our Excel sheet. You can see the first one is piling work and second one is earthwork in excavation. Next is our disposal. Here you can see disposal of excavated earth and then sand filling as we have discussed, sand filling, after that PCC and after that RCC work. Here you can see this is the RCC we will study. RCC work, after that shuttering work, then we will calculate the steel reinforcement, the quantity of steel. Next is brick masonry. Next is our cement. So first we will see the piling work. Here you can see piling work 250 mm dia and 6 meter long, providing cast in site single under rim piles, including all cost of boring. So what is under rim piles? I'll show you. Here you can see this is our under rim pile and here bulb has been provided to make the soil stable, to make the pile our foundation stable. We provide bulb. This is a single bulb we have provided and here you can see this is the diameter of pile 250 mm and the length of pile is 6 meter. From ground level, PCC has been done. You can see here at 75 mm and also 100 mm of sand filling should be done here. So here is the number section. Here we can write how many numbers, or if we are going to calculate quantity of column. So here we will write the numbers of column, and this is the length section. Here we will write the length of foundation or column or beam, anything. This is the breadth and this is the height section, and after that we'll calculate the quantity. Okay, so let us calculate piling work. So for calculating piling work, we should know, you can see here how many types of piling work. First is 3 pile and second is 2 pile. You can see here the size is F1 1200 into 550. This is the footing size. So friends, at first we will see how many 2 piles and how many 3 piles we have. So this is the 2 pile and this trapezoidal portion is our 3 pile. So let us count first. You can see here F1, F1, F1. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 numbers of 2 pile. So we will write here is equal to 8 into 2 plus we have 8 numbers of 2 piles and how many 3 piles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So we have 7 numbers of 3 pile. So here we will write 3 into 7. So 37. So total numbers of pile we have 37. Now how we will know the length of the pile? So now we will know the length of the pile. So here we will write the length of the pile. So here you can see this is the 250 mm dia and 6 meter long. So in the image you can see this distance we have to excavate. The pile will drill inside the earth 6 meter. So here we will write 6 meter. Calculate the quantity. We have just calculated 37 into 6. We'll get the piling work quantity. Next we have the excavation part of foundation. So how many types of foundation we have? I think we have 4 types of foundation. Yes, F1, F2, F3 and F4. So how many types of F1? Let us see. We have F1. This is not F1. Here we have one F1, 1. So start counting. Whenever we are doing estimation, start counting. Meanwhile, so you will get the exact number. This is 1. Here we have three numbers of F1, 3, and in the last part we have 1. So 4 numbers, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 numbers of F1. So here we will simply write in the number section 7 numbers of F1. Then F2, we will find how many numbers of F2 are there. So for that we will move to structural drawing and we'll see how many numbers of F2 are there. Here you can see 3 pile. So 1 numbers of F2, 2, 3. 3 numbers of F2 we have. So simply we can write here 3 numbers. Likewise, we will write for F3 and F4. So for F3, this one, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have 4 numbers of F3. So we will write here 4 numbers. Then we will see the F4 part. So F4, this is the F4, 1 numbers. This is F1, 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 F3, F2, 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 F3. So we have only one F4. Here we will write. So for length and breadth, we will simply, we want this portion. So we can simply select this and we will copy. So after copying at outside, we will just offset it by 75. Oh, enter, and 0.75 at the outer part. Then just select the outer portion and press Li enter. So here in the perimeter section you will get the length. So then you can see the perimeter and you will get the length. So we will have 0.45 meter. Likewise, you can do F2, F3 and F4. So F2, let's go for F2. So this is our F2. Simply copy it, place and offset it, and you will get the length, and offset it outside. So and then select this outer line and Li enter. You will get the area also and length also. So we want only perimeter. So we will write here only perimeter. If you want the area, then you can write the area portion. So likewise F3 and F4, we can see here the F3 is also similar to F2 and F4 is similar to F1. So we can write this value, F1 value, F1. We have seen that F4 is similar to F1. So here we will write 0.945. And for F3 is similar to F2, then 1.47. So now in height portion, let me show you. We have 75 mm of PCC and 100 mm of sand filling. So here the height will be, we write is equal to 0.075 plus 0.100. So we have 0.175. So we will simply drag it. We will get the value in each section. So here we will write the unit cubic meter because we have length, breadth and height. And for piling work, we write the unit running meter because our contractor charges according to the type. Next we will see the periphery wall. Okay, so periphery wall, let me show you. This is our periphery wall. This will be the periphery wall. So for periphery wall, you can just simply click the outer portion and then Li enter. The same method, Li enter, and you'll get the perimeter. So for periphery wall, as I have said, the outer portion we will take. So in number section, we will write one number, and here we will write the length of the periphery wall. That we have the length of the periphery wall, which is 51.2 meter. So for periphery wall breadth and height, I will show you one drawing. Whenever we are constructing a periphery wall, so the foundation for periphery wall will be like this. We have 10 inches, then 15 inches and then 20 inches. So if the third footing is 20 inch and 20 plus 3 and plus 3, so we have 26 inch, and after that we'll do PCC and then sand filling. So for breadth 26 inch. So for 26 inch you can just 26. So 1 inch is equal to approx 25 mm. So you can write here 26 into, calculate here, that is 26 into 25 will get 650, and for meter we can just 0.65. we'll get 0.65.